Well, hello. I know this is pre-recorded because I need to get this done before some things go disappearing into the dark side. Hello, how are you? My name's Joanne, and I don't know if you're one of my subscribers, one of my channel members, somebody that has been sent here by KJS, so you can find out who I am, because she called me out in her Instagram live today. Yes, I got called out today by KJ. Now, I should probably be shaking, but I'm not. A whole lot of shaking going on. Nah, I'm not shaking. If you don't know troll, I'm a troll bus. No. Very interesting. Very, very bizarre. I'd been waiting for a live to come because her Instagram and Twitter was just bursting forth on it. However, I found out apparently that I do every one of her Instagram lives and I broadcast them on my channel, and I should be expecting a copyright strike anytime soon. Okay, I'll sit and wait. Because I also do YouTube lives, I do Twitter, I do Instagram, and I do a whole lot of other stuff. There's a whole music section. There's my kitties who are in their new home. One of them one did have an eye issue, which is a complication from their cat flu when they first came to us. When I got them at 8 weeks old, they were very sick kitties. So we still have, he's still got some of that. And yes, there's a whole pile of stuff. So there's been a whole pile of stuff happening today. So let's get started. And we're going to start with this. So this is a tweet. I'm not paid 40 hours a week to be my son's paid parent anymore and haven't in a long time. Why are you using my full name when I've never used this name publicly? Well, they're in all the court documents, except for my Katie by your lawyer. Are you doing so for people to know my name to report me? Because that would be malicious and doxing. Even if it's not a private name, you are telling people the full name, knowing that people will report me. That's a contradictory statement. If you actually had the truth, you would need to make such idiotic assumptions. I've been clear, we are not on a waiver. I think you mean if you actually had the truth, you would not need to. However, okay, I'm reading as it's stated here. I'm not reading it, so it makes sense. My son's medicaid and medical records are private. No matter how many times your psychotic fans report me, you will not get access to his records. You tell us everything he's got. Leave my son alone, who is not part on my channel, nor part of my social media, and not a public figure, out of your discussions. But you take him onto your lives just recently. He told you weren't supposed to tell anybody. Then there was the one where you were giving him a bath. There was a conversation. Okay, so if you don't want him on your channel, don't put him on it. PPP loans are public and the IRS has made all their names public. Every business that took one out. Many of these businesses who abused loans are being investigated. Media has been pointing out big influencers for months because it's public. My private income and my son's waiver is private and sealed under the HIPAA with the state. Yet you keep talking about it. So there you go. All right. So so there you go. You chose to put yourself on social media and people would criticize you. You criticize people the same way you were criticizing them. And don't forget that she often talks about all the children. Isn't she saying that we're not seeing one of the Ginger's child? I'm confused. You say you are no longer being paid by Medicaid to parent. At one time you were getting paid to care for your own child by the government. How is this possible? Every state has different programs. All right. It's not much at all. We were definitely not rich at all. We had to be creative with our finances as well on it, but it was a lifesaver, especially when He was the sickest he'd ever been. When he stabilised, we brought in help because I felt comfortable with someone else helping. It's a lot of work to be a primary caregiver of anyone that is seriously ill. It's not an option in every state. We don't use the waiver at this time, but he still qualifies. It's a special program for kids with disability, and it's based on their level of need, not the parent's income, which determines the waiver amount. The money can be used to hire staff, or the parent can be hired staff. The parent's required to go through background checks and adhere to all the laws dealing with caring for an individual with a disability. A social worker is assigned to ensure everyone is compliant and routine checks are performed. Okay. That's in response to Barbie's video. Now, as we discussed last night, there's 140,000 subscribers now. People have said my channel is dying, that I'm cancelled, that my videos don't get views. Well, they don't. But my channel has been built on providing short updates on reality TV, trending, and vast social media news and other topics, mainly the Duggars. Some videos get hundreds and thousands of views. Some only get a few thousand. None of that matters to me. What matters is delivering content of interest to my viewers. I'm proud of the growth of the channel. I'm proud of the amazing community the channel has built and discussions we evoke daily. This has been the product of years of work, much of which I reported no income from my work. I'm grateful to reach 140K. I'm November to January, when everyone in the community tried to cancel me. I think she means in. I had some days where I cried myself to sleep, days I sat shaking and sobbing while sitting in my closet floor so my son wouldn't see me upset. I think we've all done that as mothers. I knew I could not give up because my job is what supports my family. It was hard to put a brave face and still deal with the relentless bullying. I did not give up. I won't give up. I'm not a victim either. I realize that people's lies cannot destroy me. Let them talk. Let them think I'm horrible. I know the truth. I know who I am. I know I'm not a criminal, child abuser, addict, stalker, or liar. Okay. I'm a commentary channel, like all the other channels that dragged me. I always realized that every channel that has dragged me has their own issues and stopped taking it personal. The only place I draw the line is when they continually harass our family by reporting us to police and CPS for abuse. We had to pull that chestnut in, didn't we? Otherwise, please keep talking. Please offer criticism. I have listened to lots of it and I've learned and I've made so many improvements. I've also learned so much about what works and what doesn't while staying true to me. Thank you for your support, all the subscribers, members, and viewers. This is for you, onwards and upwards. So here you go. So now she's saying here, back in 2011, Jason Duggar fell 12 feet into an orchestra pit while the Duggars were in Atlanta. The first reaction was to film the accident. And so this is here. She's criticizing them for how frequently do you think like this happened, where kids' pain, suffering was downplayed because it was either inconvenient for their filming, fame, or because they didn't really true the nature of their child unwell. Having 19 kids is not healthy for any parent. It's the kids who suffer. Why does she downplay everything? He was injured significantly enough to go to hospital. Now, the interesting thing was, didn't her son have to go to hospital just like last year or something? And didn't she live stream from the hospital? Please let me know in the comments whether that happened, because I'm sure I read that somewhere. So now we're back onto, she's back again attacking the Duggars and Christianity and all the stuff that she does. Ginger and Jeremy Volo's sudden posts with masks is public relations damage control, in my opinion. Jeremy attends the Master's Seminary at the Grace Community Church. The church is currently being sued by Los Angeles County for refusing to stop holding indoor services. Lead pastor John MacArthur is a pandemic denier. Oh, I'm sure that you were, Katie Joy, too. I'm sure I saw 12 months ago there was a tweet that said that it was no more than the flu. I'm sure I showed it on my stream last night, if you'd like to have a look. And has refused to keep his members safe despite church members having and spreading COVID at services. So this is all about that. Seems to me like John is more like a cult leader and wants his religion to be recognised. It also seems his reckless behaviour is leading countless to fall ill. So there's that one. I can't even be bothered reading them. I like this. This is what the Australian government has put here. For information about COVID-19, visit health.gov.au. Oh, dear. Here we go. Now she's got Jeremy Rollo's church calls transgender and gay people of abominations. So here we go. We've got this again. Oh, they hate feminists too, because that's not what the Bible says women should do. Make this viral, folks. Is she calling people, like, is she trying to get this mess? Is she trying to mass flag? Because I'm sure there was an allegation in a certain court case where she was accused of mass flagging. Let me pick my mouth up off the floor. Harry Styles has pipes, and dang good, he looks good on the Grammys tonight. Just in case you missed his green boa, I mean, I was devastated when Justin Timberlake married an anti-vaxxer. I had to dump him for his gross homophobic jokes with Jimmy Fallon. Now it looks like I'm replacing him with Harry Styles. Don't let me down. All right. This is for some reason, whenever you click on that, you get some other picture. So that was her. That was the Instagram in 11 minutes. The Twitter is amazing. And there's doxing and everything here too. And I think one of the doxing ones disappeared. Some of the stuff's missing. All right. All right, so here we go. Our Twitter. Hey, weirdos. We don't get our money from the state for my son. Also, waivers in MN are income-based and parents pay a fee. It's not welfare. Also, our private insurance covers nursing. Stop calling the state and CPS. You people need to get a hobby. So we did look at this briefly yesterday. They're horrible. D is insane. She's been accusing me of abuse for 3 years. But you've only been on YouTube for less than 2. So we looked at that one. Have you not seen the video where she explains her jobs? She says, I also take care of my son and the state pays for me. Selective amnesia. Apparently, it is very easy to find the clip. Are you seriously so stupid that you don't understand that services exist for a very important reason and people's income changes? And if any time any family needed it, thank God we live in a country where they can get it. Thank God the answer isn't to lock up these kids anymore. So someone's using that. So if you don't have to cook, have no tolerance for the behavior. I've never seen you spend your days obsessing, attacking anyone, trying to make their life hell like you have for years. I'll never know how you deal with it. They're disgusting people who can't think of themselves. All right. So Joey stays. No, that is just much just saying you're okay if someone doesn't like your tweet. Have a nice day. Okay, so there's that one. So now we're up to this. Today was a bit of a train wreck. It was never-ending train wreck. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right. So this is, hey, Barbie, using my full first legal name is strategic here. Why use a name that I haven't ever gone by? I've never one time in my life gone by this name. It's only on legal documents, which are public record, Katie. Katie, don't let this person get to you. They clearly have nothing going on in their life, so they try to insult you to make themselves feel better. Katie spends 20 hours a day online defaming, bullying, and doxing people. I'm pretty sure any person has more of a life than Katie. And she doesn't want people talking about her son, but she'll talk about other people's children and make wild assumptions. This is the exact reason she's getting sued and has more haters than fans. The hypocrisy is unbelievable with her. Simple Google search will tell you everything you need to know about Katie. Her lawyer literally called her Catherine in public court documents. Her lawyer referred to her as my Katie. That's unusual in every professional sense, typo or not. Girl, you know darn well everyone knows your first and last name. It is all over your legal filings. Did you forget that? Your full name, address, and etc. part of public records. You know the same ones you share. That's would be fair, no? I legit don't get why you're choosing to fight about this, especially knowing your full legal name is as public as you are. Regardless, Backwards Barbie has always called you Catherine in her videos. It's a damn joke. Pick your battles. You have plenty to choose from. She has. She's always called her Catherine. Always. All right. Hey, now, this one. So she tackled on Insta. Hey, Barbie. My son's private Medicaid waiver for children with disabilities is private and protected by HIPAA. We also don't use anyone. And this isn't like a bailout loan meant for small businesses and abused by celebrities. Where does she say anything about a loan or celebrities? Perhaps she's referring to what you did with Leslie Bass's finance. I didn't obtain Leslie's finances. You are insane. I'm insane. I literally watched your videos where you stated her financial records. This is the actual definition of gaslighting. She most certainly looked up Leslie's finances. It's interesting. All these tweets have disappeared. You said you paid for her information in your own words. You're gross. Isn't it insane how much she lies? I've honestly never witnessed anything like it. She's not a child. This is a 42-year-old woman who behaves like a scorned teenager. It's so pathetic and embarrassing. What do her friends or family think of the odd behavior? No, you're insane if you think there's any validity in what you say. You're lying. All right. So there you go. I've seen the video where she said she paid for Leslie's finances. I've seen the video. I think most of us have. If we were honest, most of us have. And don't forget, this is Sunday. This is her family day, another family day. Performative damage control. Jeremy and Ginger Volo are linked to a church that's being sued in LA County for refusing to abide by public health guidelines and spreading COVID. The church is COVID denying. What is so bad about this? IMO, similar to influencers partying. Where is this? There are homeless people, undocumented immigrants who are less likely to go to the hospital if they're sick. It is not a rich area. A church that literally harms is by spending CV. CV? It's COVID, mate. What you see in the rain. Okay, who else is so exhausted that they can't move because they lost an hour of sleep? Well, we don't have it yet. We get an hour. So I don't have that. I won't be having that problem. I will be getting an extra hour, by the way. Okay. Remember when Dustin and Nick harassed me so badly and gloated about my lawsuit and gleefully pushed me to the edge of my mental health? No, I don't, actually. While laughing that I would sue them. Aren't they now threatening lawsuits, yet criticize me for doing the same? Is that Katie talking about her lawsuit on social media again and making herself a victim after everything she's done to others? My Katie Joy bingo card is filling up hardcore tonight. My Katie Joy. Oh, boy. Bingo, hey? I reckon it would be. I reckon it would be filling up rather a lot. Nick Snyder, I am not scared of you. I am tired of you and Dustin gleefully defaming and harassing me. You can sit and pick on a tiny channel. You can always go after people you feel superior to because you're a damn coward. What? Defaming you. Stop. Go away. They are bullies. They have mentality of a child, regardless of who is wrong. They just justify their what by being bullies. KJ is a bully, sure, and justifies it by all its content for her 140,000 bought subscribers. I agree. Nick is a hater. He went after a channel last week with something like 300 subscribers. I used to like Dustin. I think Nick is only going to drag him down. Because that channel made fun of him relapsing. But he did relapse. He made the information public. I don't agree with making fun or going after someone for trying their best, making a mistake, and then getting help for that mistake. But Nick seems to do it every day. I apologize to him. How many damn videos has he made about me in retaliation? How much has he lied on me? He's called me all kinds of names. He hold the same energy for him. All right. Then we've got more. It was a big day. Nick and Dustin sending their attack dogs after smaller channels is what they've always done. They seek to destroy anyone smaller than them by spreading lies about them. It's a mean girl. They beg for grace when they attack due to illness. I was suicidal and not one of you stopped. I'm confused as somebody. I agree. It's confusing. Did WOAC official do that, or did the hackers do that? Just asking for clarification. If you have proof it was KJ, you should report that to the authorities. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Something's been deleted. I'm definitely confused because I remember she did that live where she said she couldn't really go on, and then people sent police to do a welfare check, and then she complained about the fact that people had sent. I'm confused because there's just so much hypocrisy, so much confusion. They are bullies, though. They have, mentally. She retweeted that. KJ is a bully for sure and justifies it by all its content for her 148,000 bought subscribers. Okay. If you're confused, that's okay. So am I. How did I miss Harry Styles? Actually has a good voice. Was this hidden in the One Direction music? Listen to his song Golden. I'm loving the vibe of this album. I love funk. But she didn't listen to music, I'm sure. I'm sure that she said that she didn't listen to music. And there was when she had Todd on live, and they're talking about music, she goes, she doesn't listen to music. So if you don't listen to music, you wouldn't know about Harry Styles. Harry Styles is giving me a young Johnny Depp vibes. All right, this is a doxing, and I'm not going to show it to you because she says, tell Robin the next time she tries to black out her name on a post, she should make it not visible. We have your full name now. Hope you enjoyed harassing me while you tried to be anonymous, but you outed yourself. It's not even doxing when you dox yourself. Her favorite profile picture says, be kind. I have to say, until she pointed out, the only way that I actually, kind of like how you use your home address as your business address, someone says, the thing is, I didn't actually, in the original that was done, it was blocked out. It wasn't until I actually magnified all the way in could I find it. So that's that one. To see here. So I don't know what this is really all about. I think I don't know. I'm just trying to work out how this all fits in, but I haven't quite worked it all out yet. So I'm still trying to work out how this all fits. So this is a channel called It's Tea Time, or Tea Disappointed But Not Surprised Time. And I don't know whether this is comment to something. I don't know whether this is part of a chain of correspondence. I don't really know. I'm confused. She says, so she's quoted it. Cry Doxing, sorry, not sorry. You don't have to harass, threaten, and bully me for months. They're not properly cover your name and cry foul. You choose to be nasty and careless. This is one on you. Agreed. Oops, Twitter violated. This tweet violated. So there was some. I know that there were some people that did showed her business stuff and her address, and I don't agree with that either. I have to say. Near Psycho is calling me Doxer. She was sloppy about it. If you can see your name, if you can see the name blocked out, it's not blocked out. Oh, actually, that's stupid. This person has never threatened you and is definitely not a psycho. You doxed her and you're sitting here sad fishing to your whole 8 people who respond to you on here saying she's threatened and doxed you, liar. Definition of doxing: search for and publish private identifying information about particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent. You published identifying information for malicious intent. You doxed her. Calling attention to something you know she intended to block out is doxing. If people figured it out on their own, that's one thing, but blasting it out is the other. And that's what my point is, that I had not even thought about it. Where is all the outrage when people dox KJP, her husband, her sons, parents, brothers? They aren't public people. Seriously. Do you have consistent standards, or do you pick and choose what's good and bad behavior? You're wrapped up on your warped love or hate of various people. Have some integrity. Integrity for what? I've never seen anyone dox Katie. You're assuming I have. You're asking me to stand up for something I've never seen. Doxing is never okay on both sides. Everyone should feel safe in their home life, including Katie and her family. Well, documented cases of multiple people doxing Katie. If you have, you're consistent, I apologize. We don't agree on doxing standard. My standard: if people recklessly or intentionally show their own information, they relinquish the right to be outraged when others use that publicly. She had covered her name. If you cover your name, whether it can be seen or not, means that you don't want people to know your name. I don't think calling out someone for hypocrisy is malicious. Just my opinion. I agree. I don't think calling out hypocrisy is malicious, but publishing someone's name for revenge and intimidation is malicious. You can call out hypocrisy without doxing. Doxing is someone to a large following who can leave a person feel validated and vulnerable. And this person has never threatened you, and he's definitely not a psycho. So we looked at that one. Sorry, these are all over the place. Oh, yes. So this is, I really don't want to show it, but I believe, don't know what that is. It's not showing anything else, but I believe that there's somebody that showed her house address, and which I don't agree. I don't agree with it at all. Newsflash: I don't care if people talk about me. I know I talk about other people. I'm not a victim. I can share my opinion or my side of a story without being gaslit into silence. Make more videos about me. I don't care, but I can respond if I want to. I love when harassers, doxers, and people threaten me daily play victims. They should know that they can face criminal charges for cyberbullying and harassment. They are not protected just because they hide behind the screen. People that defend somebody that literally went out of their way to steal my photos and create an entire account to harass me are okay with her harassment of me. But if I call her out on my own mistake, I'm the bad guy. I love KJ crying, cyberbullying, harassment, the queen of harassment and defamation. Crying harassment, please. It doesn't matter how you feel about KJ. Doxing is wrong. She has an innocent child in the house. Robin Brown is the most logical and responsible about COVID. Who knew? So then she's retweeted herself. She's requoted herself. So then she's got, oh, Sally, you are so cute. I love you. My goodness. Is such a sneaky doxing lowlife. If anyone would like to send her a letter letting her know how you feel, her address is very easily accessible in her recent public court documents filed by her idiot lawyer. Gotta love when folks speak the truth. should we talk about that fun podcast I used to watch? Exactly. She thought she was being sneaky. She wasn't. There is no reason for her to do what she did, but she has no soul, so she'll never see the errors of her ways. I'm completely lost. So, all right. My boyfriend won, apparently, 39 minutes ago. So now that's what he said. That's what she says. Her boyfriend won. She does realize she's a married woman, doesn't she? Does realize that, eh? Unbelievable, isn't it? I really don't know what to say. I just like, oh dear. But anyway, so that is Twitter and Instagram for today. It's been pretty vile. And then she's done a whole Instagram live, which I will do later on. Yes, Katie, I am going to show your Instagram live, although it's still there, so you can watch it. You don't need to watch it with me, but I know that we like watching it together. Now, the reason why I think Katie Joy is so annoyed with me at the moment is because I called her out on that YouTube, on that Insta video. I played that video because she deleted it. I said it was religious hate. She's got to remember, in fact, there's stuff that I've seen today that has disappeared because she's put stuff in about the Old Testament and all that stuff again. She's got to realize that if you're going to start going off about what's in the Old Testament, you just don't insult Christians. You insult other Abrahamic faiths. Katie Joy, you have to think. Think before you post. Think before you talk. This is about me trying to help you become a better person. I don't say anything that's hateful. I don't say anything mean about your appearance. I genuinely ask questions. I remember bits of information. So in your YouTube live, you said something about your husband never smoked. But I can remember you telling a story where I'm sure that you said you smoked. So I put that out to the people to say, hey, did you say, have I got this wrong? Have I got this right? Because there are people that know more about you than what I do. And I go, and someone will go, yes, she said this, or no, you've got that wrong. And I'll go, okay, well, I've got that wrong. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That's how I roll. Some of my subscribers will make comments and we might discuss them and I'll talk about stuff. But I don't ever say anything bad. Even when you were criticizing and offending me through my faith. The second time I watched it, I was laughing because I decided it was funny. That's how I deal. Quite often, the way that I deal with my adversity is I laugh. So I don't know. But I'm not going to keep. I'm making a variety of different videos. It's not all about you. You don't revolve around my world. You are lately because it's really quite funny to watch. Really quite what it's like. It's like watching for a ticking time bomb, and we're waiting and we're waiting and waiting and waiting, going, she's got to go live. She's about to explode. Sure enough, you went live. You're so predictable in every way. Yay, 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 yay. Anyway, so everybody, so that's her Instagram and her Twitter at the moment. So I'll be back later. I've got to go to choir. And I'll pop on after I've been to choir. So I don't know when that will be. Yes, Katie, I go to choir. I sing in choir. And yeah, life is getting back to somewhat normality too. So although New South Wales and Queensland have just had a couple of cases come through hotel quarantine. So what happens now? I think we're just waiting. They're talking about closing the border between New South Wales and Victoria again, and that's how we're going to do things. We just close the border, go into lockdown for 5 days, and then get back on with life. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day and night or whatever. And when we're on later, they're going to watch the Instagram where I get called out. Yeah, like the last time you called me out, Katie, I got 100 subs because I discovered that I actually was a very nice person. But everything that you said about you was wrong. So there you go. However, I do have to thank you, Katie. You are one of the few people that have actually pronounced my surname correctly. So well done. And on that note, I've got to leave because I've got to do some uni work and I've got to get myself sorted out for tonight. Catch you later.